I love her. Um, this is her recipe. Of course, over the years, I upgraded um, all kind of stuff in recipes that I got from my mother. Of course, in the fish, sort of make it my own, but I stick to the original. And I want to share with you something that my mother told me that her father, Saba Avram, said that Friday night fish, this is like the usually the time that we're eating the fish on Friday, doesn't taste the same in the middle of the week. So because it tastes like Shabbat fish. She was right, by the way, because I try to make this fish in the middle of the week. Like for those of you who may not know, in during Tisha B'Av, before the fasting, we're not supposed to eat meat. So, and chicken, usually we are eating fish. So I try to make it, and in the middle of the week, it doesn't taste the same. So there's something special about this fish other than the wonderful taste. It's tasting better in Shabbat. So I'm gonna start to make the recipe. First, of course, I'm gonna wash my hands. Although I already washed it, so, but for the different kind of situation, I washed it again. For those of you who supposed to know that we're washing our hands 20 seconds and you can sing a song, and just keep yourself clean when you're cooking, okay? Like you can see that I like to work in a clean environment. I think it's really important, not only because of the COVID virus, the corona, but it is what it is. So I'm done mentioning the virus situation for now. And we're gonna have some fun, I hope, for all of you. So I'm just gonna aim the camera and I'm gonna show you what I'm using. So first of all, I'm using a pot for the fish that is a little flat like this. The pot has to be flat because we want to work with a flat pot for making all the fluids be cooked, and not a lot of fluids, of course, in the fish. So I have a yellow potato that I peeled already. I have cilantro, this kind of pepper. If you don't want to use it, you can use jalapeno as well. I have tomato, one tomato. I have lemon that I'm going to use half of it. I have bell's pepper. You can use half or a whole bell's pepper. I like to cut it to this kind of shapes. I use carrot, you see, like this. You don't have to use carrots, only if you want to. It's adding a little taste to me. Cilantro, I chopped it. I'm going to use half of it for the dish and half of it for garnish. And I want to share something with you. There's a close person that works with me. She doesn't like cilantro, but I make this fish and she tasted because the cilantro fish in the fish, it doesn't control the taste, and it's a different kind of taste when you eat it fresh and different kind of taste when you putting it in the fish. I have a little salt. It depends on your favorite taste. If you like it salty, paprika, smoked paprika. This is a paprika that I brought from Israel. Garlic cloves. It depends. Again, I like a lot of garlic. I think it's adding more taste. Turmeric. And this is a special spice mix for fish that I brought from Israel, but most of it is from cumin. So you can use cumin. in this recipe. I'm usually putting this garbanza chickpeas, and I'm using half of a can. The reason that I'm using a can, so for people that works and doesn't have time, or sometimes you are stuck, you can use the can, of course, without the water. But I recommend to use dry garbanza chickpeas. You need to put it in water for all night and let it sit. And after you drain the water, you need to cook it for at least an hour until it's soft, and then you add it to the fish. So if you want like shortcut, use this. For this recipe, I'm not using the chickpeas, but I recommend to use it. Okay, it's adding a little taste. I took 2 pieces of fresh tilapia. You can use salmon. You can use frozen fish if you don't have a fresh one. I recommend to use fresh tilapia only because it reminds me of home. We call it in Israel musht, amnon. This is the name of the tilapia. The reason that you see liquid on top of it is because I put salt and lemon on top of the fish. I can share with you something that most of you doesn't know. When I was little, I hated fish. I didn't like it at all. I was only eating the sauce, and my mother, God bless her, know that when I was little, she know that Lian is only eating the sauce with the challah. When I grew up, my taste bugs sort of make a change, and I started to like the taste of the fish. And the reason that I like fish more is because this reaction of like putting lemon and salt takes the sea taste from the fish. So you can put it for at least 30 minutes, or while you saute the vegetables that I'm going to do right now. And then, of course, you need to wash it and to dry it a little, and then you add it. But the fish is the one that go last to the pot. Okay, so now I'm going to start. I'm going to turn on the gas. I'm going to put just a little bit of canola oil to saute. First, I'm going to put the bell pepper, and I'm going to put the garlic, and I'm going to cut the potato. I'm going to slice it. As you can see. And for those of you who doesn't like the taste of the garlic cloves, you can chop it, but it's really adding taste. I usually putting it full, but you can cut it to these kind of pieces. You can really chop it. It doesn't matter as long as you're putting garlic, because garlic adding taste for all of it. Of course, the spicy pepper, it's really important. So for those of you who doesn't like spice, you can use half of it or not using at all. But I can promise you that if you use just a small amount, and as you can see, I really chopped it. Okay, so it doesn't control. Of course, I'm gonna add water, and I'm gonna add a little lemon, so it's supposed to not disappear the spiciness, but maybe make it more mild. So I adding the hot pepper, I add the garlic, and I add the potato. You can see. And now I'm going to add the Bell's red pepper. I'm going to take the lemon, as you can see, and I'm going to wash it. Okay, lemon give the fish a little different taste, so I'm going to slice it a little. I'm not going to use the whole lemon. And some of us like to eat the lemon after it's cooked. You see? I'm just putting it for giving it a little flavor. I know some people like my mother and my father, other people that like to eat a lemon. I like lemon as well. I prefer even to eat it like that. And what I'm going to use now is the tomato. Of course, mix all the time. Try to not put it on really hot flame, like big flame.